All right, guys, the douche is back, and in this video, we're going to be discussing how DoucheMaxxing forces women to like you. This one's going to be a treat. I'm telling you, we're going to be reading off of a post that I put in my school community, and I'm going to stop periodically and react to it and add some more commentary to it. This is the kind of thing, if you want to be good with women, this is the meta. Enough of the blue pill, red pill garbage. It's DoucheMaxxing time. Let's get into it. So, like I said, title of the post is DoucheMaxxing forces women to like you. In the sacred art of the douche, there may be no more important element than his relationship with women. No group of men has more success with women than the douche. His aura attracts them like moths to a flame. Yet, the funny thing about the douche is he doesn't seem to be trying at all. The douche has no text game or riz. In fact, if you heard the douche speaking to a woman, you'd think it sounded just like he was talking to anyone else. Yet somehow, all the girls seem to want the douche. How does he do it? Well, there's 5 elements of the douche we're going to discuss in regards to this phenomenon. The first one, the douche rejects all the pills. Blue pill, red pill, black pill, fuck a pill is what the douche says. The douche doesn't need another man to tell him what he should do or shouldn't do. The douche oftentimes started as a beta male guy early in life. He would have been considered a blue pilled guy, but over time he saw through the bullshit of the blue pill. It made him feel emasculated and controlled, and above it all, it just didn't work. Most douches have a backstory of embarrassing failure with women that were caused by the blue-pilled worldview. The douche cringes at the trad cons and their finger wagging about a real man gets married and buys a girl flowers. Eventually, the douche evolves to the red pill where he learns the truth about female nature. I'm sure a lot of you guys can kind of relate to this. I can, right? Like, in a lot of ways, I was raised to be like a trad con kind of guy, like I remember telling a friend of mine when I was 20 years old, I remember we were riding around in a car and I was like, man, I think I'm just ready to get married and have kids. Like, how fucking gay did I sound, honestly, when I look back on it? And it's just this blue pill mindset. I remember for a long time, like, I would envision my wedding like it was this big fairy tale thing for me, and like it was going to be this amazing moment in my life. Like, dude, this is for the girl, it's not for the guy. This is the psyop of the blue pill. And then I've really wanted to, like, and I'm going to make a full video on this, but like I really want to take a stand against the trad cons out there, the fucking, like, the Matt Walsh, Daily Wire, Ben Shapiro kind of crowd, the Jordan Petersons. I'm like over all these guys bullshit, and there's a lot of them out there. You know what I'm talking about? Those people who just, like, they're so heavy with the fucking, like, guilt trip on guys, like always telling guys what they should do. And for a long time, I was in this space where, I went from blue pilled kind of beta guy to learning about the red pill, which we're going to discuss here in a second. And then, like, kind of getting into more of this trad stuff where, like, you're trying to pretend like you're a trad con guy. You're trying to pretend like you believe in traditional values in marriage and all this kind of shit. And, like, in deep down, like, you're just bullshitting. And, like, they're LARPing and they're providing this fake alternative to, the degeneracy of the modern world. And their fake alternative is, wear a flannel, smoke cigars, pretend like you're a real man, get married, and be cucked out to your wife. Like, that's the plan. This is just the blue pill kind of bullshit that the douche just outright rejects. He sees through this. He's like, this is bullshit. And, like, the douche mentality just looks at this and it's stupid. So continuing on, eventually the douche evolves to the red pill where he learns, quote, the truth about female nature. Yes, there is truth to the red pill, but it is shrouded in bitterness. This is something the douche eventually figures out. He gets tired of spending all day thinking of the perfect line to text a girl or wondering if he's demonstrating the right, quote, alpha traits to attract her. So he starts to see the red pill as gimmicky and moves on. This is another really important thing to understand from the douche perspective is the douche is just not, he's just, like, looks at all this fucking, like, energy that is put into women and just views it as stupid. It's just like the red pill guy is just as, like, cucked out as the blue pill guy in a lot of cases because he's just so obsessed with women. The amount of guys that I have to have these conversations with. There was a guy I used to do coaching sessions with. Like, dude would pay me a ton of money to coach him, and basically the whole time was me analyzing for him his interactions with women, and somehow he was convinced that this was, masculine and alpha of him. I'm like, dude, you're paying another man thousands of dollars over time to react to your interactions with women. It's like, this is the most beta fucking thing ever, dude. You know what I mean? I'll take your money, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just kind of silly. And like the red pill game is like somehow to convince yourself, oh, I'm really alpha as I spend all my time obsessing over women and like, what's the right text and what's the right place to take her on a date and how long should I wait to respond and like how long should I wait to set up the next date, and you know, if she does this, what does this mean, and if she doesn't sleep with me on the first date, what does that mean, and like all this fucking robotic bullshit guys get on, and it's just as beta as the blue pill shit. And this is something I came to figure out because, you know, when I was like 21, 22 years old, I got into the red pill. I read things like The Rational Male and all that kind of stuff. And then like you go down this path and it makes you neurotic. You're like paranoid constantly that a girl's going to cheat on you, that a girl's going to do this and that. Like you eventually like just you internalize the right things and then you drop all the bullshit around the red pill and you're like, fuck it, like I'm not getting cheated on. Me? Really? Like that's kind of the douche's approach. The douche is literally like, what kind of chick would cheat on me? That's like the douche mentality. Like every guy's running around afraid of a girl cheating on him or something. I'm like, why on earth would a girl cheat on me? You know what I'm saying? Like you just get to that point. Why on earth would I just spend all my time just over analyzing shit with women? And like when you get this right in your head, like you'll just start naturally acting correctly and you don't need all the gimmicks. Like a guy could be like asking me like, hey, like, what does this girl think of me or something like that? I'm like, I don't fucking know, man. Like, honestly, like that's like a lot of times, like also if guys are telling you like this formula that's like set in stone as to how it is with women, like women are different. And this is another thing the red pill gets wrong. There is differences across them, and like guys will like send these diatribe paragraphs to like YouTube creators. They'll just be like, hey, like here's this situation with a chick, what should I do? It's like, dude, I don't know, I'm not there. Like you're just like obsessed with this shit. It's just silly shit. And this is what the red pill does. It makes guys feminine and they spend all their time going online and looking for a man to tell them what they should or should not do with women. I mean, how gay can you get? Seriously, like it's just like, come on, man. Like I get it at a certain age, like when you're in your early 20s, maybe you need somebody to instruct you on this kind of stuff. But like eventually, like the truth of the matter just comes down to like you just have to make yourself the mental point of origin and move forward and not give a fuck about any of this. And we'll get into this further into the post here, but like it's just silly. The red pill, the blue pill, it's all stupid. The trad cons are stupid. The fucking red pill hyper masculine character guys who are trying to like tell you what you should do and here's how you get all the tender matches and here's how you do this shit. Like they're fucking stupid too. Like everybody's an idiot in this space, in my opinion. In the truest sense of the word, the douche is red-pilled, meaning that he accepts the truth about life. But unlike the internet red-pilled space, the truth does not bother the douche, whether that be the truth of women or anything else. You know, like this is like the red pill guys are so like bothered by female nature. You know, I'm just going to tell you now, if you leave a comment, because I always get these comments when I make a video, anything to do with female nature, I get people commenting this just obviously bitter bullshit. If you're commenting bitter bullshit about women, then you are automatically beta. And you are clearly not a douche. You do not have the douche mentality because the douche is not bitter about women. He's just like not like it doesn't bother him. The truth of female nature does not bother him. The truth of the world does not bother him. He's like, fine, that's how it is. Cool. Like he doesn't need the world to live up to his fucking Disney fairy tale. And you guys are all mad at chicks because they're not living up to the fairy fucking princess that you have in your head. And you sound like an idiot when you do this. It's just get over it, okay? This is how it is. If you don't want to play the game, go jack off in your bedroom. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just get so fucking tired of these just bitter-ass dudes, right? Just acting like somehow they're masculine or woke. It's like, no, you're just a pussy, dude. Fucking makes me sick, man. But unlike the internet red-pilled space, the truth does not bother the douche, whether that be the truth of women or anything else. The douche just laughs at the ridiculousness of life without needing it to be different. He's not bothered by life, basically. He's like, cool, like he likes life, and when you accept the truth of life, life's fun. That's the big game of this shit is like, everybody's mad that the world isn't the way they want it to be, but it's like if you would just accept the way the world is, you could figure out how to win, and then you'd like it. You're just mad that you're losing a game because you're playing the wrong game because you will not accept the truth, okay? Drives me fucking nuts, guys, if you hadn't figured that out, right? He naturally knows how to act around women at this point from first principles. He knows how to be attractive on an intuitive level, and so he is in flow. And this leads us to our second point, which is a douche is a douche. If you asked a douche how to get women, he would probably say something like, you just need to be authentic. He wouldn't give you this long, drawn-out answer explaining psychology and how you just need to wait 4 hours to respond to her texts or some shit like that. A douche just naturally gets it, and so he does things right without trying. And this confuses most guys as they hear, quote, be authentic or be yourself, and proceed to act like a dorky beta male around women, and they fail miserably. The issue is that be yourself is great advice, but only if you have internalized the douche mentality. The douche isn't trying to get women. He's just being himself, and women respond by being attracted. The douche identifies as a douche. He's not playing a character. He's not calculating everything and asking himself, what would I do if I was a douche or something like that? Like, he just does what he does, and it works. Almost like Michael Jordan playing basketball. Michael Jordan wasn't trying to be the GOAT. He was the GOAT. It's not a thinking practice. The identity is so ingrained that the behavior is instinctual. Most guys still deep down identify as that little mama's boy who just wants a girl to love him. That's why when he acts, quote, like himself, it ends in disaster. The himself that he identifies with is unattractive. The solution is to internalize the douche mentality and deprogram your old identity. Most men won't do this because they are attached to that soft little bitch they call, quote, themselves. This is why they will never become the douche and never get what they want out of life. This is so important, guys. Like, nobody talks about this. The true answer to all of this is like, yes, you need to be yourself. It's kind of like that bell curve thing. I'll put it up on screen, where like you've got like the idiot guy on the one end and he's saying something, and then you've got the normie guy in the middle of the bell curve and he's saying something different, and then the genius guy on the other end of the bell curve is saying the same thing as the idiot, right? It's like both the idiot and the genius are saying be yourself, and then the guy in the middle is on this autistic like calculation where he's trying to like do all these programs and stuff, when like the answer is actually be yourself. That is actually the answer with women. The problem is that guys have attached their identity to a version of themselves that is unattractive with women. And that is why they can't figure this out. The thing is, like, guys, like, think about a different point in your life. When you were a kid, I bet you were obsessed with something, right? Like, when I was, 8 years old, I was obsessed with NASCAR. I had like every NASCAR diecast car. I would race them around my room. I would run off to school, come back, complete the race. Like, I would just be racing the cars all day. I thought I was going to be a NASCAR driver. I was obsessed with NASCAR. Then I went through an NBA phase and I didn't like NASCAR at all. And then I had the LeBron James Miami Heat jersey and I was in the driveway and I was convinced I was going to the NBA. And now I think the NBA is lame. Like, it's like, and now I'm on some fighting shit. Like, I like fighting, right? So like, it's just, my point with that is you've had different phases in your life where your personality was dominated by different things and your personality clearly changes. Yet I'll see guys online leaving comments complaining about how they can't be themselves around women. And implicit in that statement is this idea that the version of themselves like that they identify with is unattractive. They think it's fixed. They think that their fixed identity in life is this bitch ass soy boy guy who just wants to snuggle and eat cookies on the couch with a girl. Like, guys, I told you at 20 years old, I was an atheist pothead who drank and thought he was ready to get married and settle down. I am literally none of those things now. Okay? Like, this is not this notion that your personality is fixed. Like, any of you can develop the douche mentality. The thing that happens is basically when you say you're being yourself, what you really mean is this is the identity that I am most comfortable existing in. You're just running the same track that you're familiar with. You're like, this feels familiar to me. Right? This is why when you try and change a habit, it feels weird, right? You start going to the gym and you haven't gone to the gym, it feels awkward at first. Whereas to me, because I've worked out forever, it feels weird not to go to the gym. All of this is just stuff you can reprogram, but everybody's so caught up on this, I'm just being myself bullshit. Like, no, you're not. You're being a gay beta version of yourself. Like, there's a version of you in there that's not this guy. You just need to find it. And you do that by training the right mentality. over and over again every day, but it's never going to happen if you're too busy caught up on this notion that being yourself is this pathetic version of you. And so the douche is a douche. And that's the point of this one, being that the douche is dead serious when he says just be yourself. Like, that's correct, because he's ingrained and I now identified with the douche mentality. He is so identified with it. And this is something that's happened to me, guys. You know, I used to be super neurotic about what to do with women. Should I text her this? Should I do that? Should I make this kind of move? And now it's just like, I don't understand why guys can't figure this out. It's the same with fitness or money, like things like that. I used to really struggle financially, and now I don't struggle financially. And when somebody asks me, I'm like, dude, I don't understand why you can't figure this out. You know what I'm saying? Like, certain things, you just like ingrain a new personality in yourself to the point where, like, I can't even understand how this is hard for you. And that's really where the douche is at. And you can do this. You're just going to have to consciously work to change your personality. Your personality is not set in stone. I want you to understand that basically every part of your personality can be changed. Perhaps all of it, genuinely. I'm not convinced that any of you is concrete. Like, I think if I really tried for the next 6 months, I could turn myself into some feminist man. Like, I think I could probably do it if I just like changed the things I was consuming on a daily basis, like listened to programming from this side, you know, like changed who I hung out with, changed sort of my like routine. Like, I could probably get my personality to shift radically. Okay. And this is, I'm telling you, so your personality is not set in stone. You can become a douche. And so when the douche is saying like, you just got to be yourself, what he means is ingrain the douche mentality and then just be it. This isn't a calculation. You're not like, what would a douche do right now? Because if you're still saying, what would a douche do right now? Then deep down, you haven't ingrained it. You're still identified with this other version of yourself. You're the weak version of yourself trying to pretend like you're this version of yourself. And this is why it's incongruent. And usually you get caught as a fraud eventually. Like the guy who tries to like pass a girl's shit test and he's red pilled, but eventually like he gets exposed because he's like deep down, he's insecure and all this kind of stuff. Like he hasn't actually identified as it. You got to change your identity. That's the key to this thing. Now, number 3. The douche is in flow. As stated above, the douche is not trying to be a douche. He is a douche. The douche is in the moment. He's not calculating the next move. On a date, the douche isn't thinking about the best line to get the girl to sleep with him. He's just on the date having a good time and being a douche, okay? This is so important to understand this, guys. Like, you drop all expectations when you're around women. Drop all expectations in life in general, because bullshit just happens all the time. Seriously, like, you know, in my boxing gym, the motto for the gym is calmness is our strength. And what that means is basically, you know, like you're getting punched, you're like, you're in here, right? Like today, actually, I just got done with a session, you know, we worked on block and counter, right? And so the coach is like, he's hitting me hard. And my job is just to like block right here, right? We're working on hooks, right? So it's like hook, 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 and then you counter, right? So we're working on that. So keeping your head up, keeping calm, you're blocking, you're getting smacked hard. And your like heart rate's going up, you're getting anxious. It's just natural, right? That ability to stay calm and present in the face of life's storms is so key. And boxing is a great way to train this, but it's just for everything. When you're with a woman, like so many guys just get rattled immediately. Like a girl says something and they're just rattled, right? She, you know, says a comment about their shirt and they're panicking. They're uncomfortable. They're like, what should I say? Does she not like my shirt? Does that mean I'm never going to be loved? Right? And they start panicking and all this shit. The douche is in flow. Calmness is his superpower. He's just like very nonchalant. And we'll discuss this a little bit further moving forward, but I just want you to understand, like, be present, like no expectations in any area of life, especially with women. You have no expectations. I don't care if she is laying on your bed butt naked. Don't start thinking about the next move. Just be there with what's happening. I'm telling you, you just, whatever happens, happens, right? Because even in that situation, so many guys, like let's say a girl is like ready to have sex with him and all of a sudden now he's on to the next thing and he's worried about how he's going to perform in bed, right? It's just on to the next thing, on to the next thing. Never in the moment, never in the moment. We're always worried. It's like, what if I can't get it up? What if I don't last long enough? What if, I'm not good enough at this? What if there's a guy she slept with who was better? And like, it's just chronic anxiety. You're on the date and you're like, what if I say the wrong thing? What if this happens? It's just like, bruh, get into the moment. Calmness is your superpower. That's the key, right? And that energy is way more attractive than you trying to riz, okay? Seriously. On a date, the douche isn't thinking about the best line to get a girl to sleep with him. He's just on the date, having a good time and being a douche. The flow state is something you can tap into where you exit thinking. You stop worrying about the past and the future. You stop trying to control everything. You relax into a sense of confidence in yourself that allows you to just do whatever needs to be done in the moment. You've probably done this in conversation with a close friend when you just know the funny thing to say without thinking about it, right? Like when you're with your best friend, you guys are just like saying funny shit. Like you're not calculating this. It's just happening. That's flow state. Flow state conversation is a great example of this. It's like great athletes do this with their sport. The douche is like this with women. Number 4, the douche genuinely does not care. In dating, there is a concept called, quote, shit tests. These are tests women subconsciously give to men to try and judge the man's value. So these are things where, like, basically a woman is like trying to see if you really are who you say you are. Because so many guys, and women are used to this at this point, guys put up a front. Every guy's always putting up a front. He's always lying to her in some way. And so she uses shit tests to try and suss out who he is. Is this guy really who he thinks he is? And she's just testing constantly with this stuff. And it'll be those little jabs. And most guys are just failing them. As I say right here, 99% of men fail shit tests routinely. Most of them fail because they are far too concerned about the approval of the woman, and so they fail. Then there are some guys who know what a shit test is and they obsess over how to pass a shit test. These guys also have failed the shit test, but they don't even realize it. They failed the shit test by caring in the first place. The douche passes the shit test by genuinely not caring. He doesn't even notice that he's being shit tested because the idea that his value could be questioned doesn't even cross his mind. This comes down to going back to a douche is a douche. So you've got the blue-pilled guy who is super concerned about what women think of him. He's obsessed with it. Getting a wife is like the primary goal of his life. He's incomplete without a woman. And so like when a girl shit tests him, he just goes into dancing monkey mode and completely reacts, and he has no confidence in himself. His entire personality is malleable to the woman. If the woman critiques him in any way, he will just change his personality. Then the next phase from there again is these red pill guys who they like to think that they aren't the blue pill guy, but deep down they're still the blue pill guy. Because they get shit tested by a girl and their brain goes, aha, a shit test. What should I do here? Okay, yeah, I remember in the pickup artist book that I read, it said agree and amplify. Boop, 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 beep. And it just do this bullshit, right? Where like it's all a calculation, but deep down there's still like the implicit thought process that they are having is saying something like, okay, she shit tested me, I better pass this. And so it's the same game. You're still looking for her approval. You've just read a book that told you how to tactically get her approval. But underlying it, you still are looking for her approval. And eventually you will get sussed out for this shit. She can probably tell right off the bat, honestly, because I used to do this shit. And that's how I know. Like, I would be on the whole, like, I know how to pass a shit test thing. Like, I'd read all this stuff. And I'd be talking to a girl, whether it's like on a dating app, on Instagram, in person, and I would just keep doing the whole routine to pass the shit test. And she's just like rolling her eyes at you because she's like, this guy like thinks he's fucking slick. Like, but she's seen it all before, guys. Like, you got to understand, women since they've been 14 years old have been hearing guys bullshit. Okay, like they're not fooled by you. You're not fucking slick out here. You think you're James fucking Bond, dude. You're the 1,000th guy this year who's hit on her. She's not impressed. Okay, so like this is like she's seen it. She's seen the crap from the red pill guys. She's seen the pickup artist. She's seen the guy who's too cool for school, and she just like knows how to pick him apart because the red pill guy who will pass her shit tests. The ultimate pass of a shit test is to just dump a chick. Right? That the red pill guy won't do it because his goal at the end is still to get the girl. He's just using gimmicks to try and make it happen now. Whereas like a douche would just literally just be like, this is stupid and leave, right? Like he doesn't care. And that's how you really pass a shit test, okay? The douche often responds to a shit test in a very deadpan way that comes off as if he didn't even notice what was happening. Because again, the douche the concept that his value as a man could be questioned just doesn't make sense to him. Like, because that's really what a woman is doing when she's shit testing you. She's seeing, like, are you really who you say you are? And the douche is so convinced that of who he is that he's like, of course I am who I say I am. Like, it's just like the idea that he wouldn't be that guy just doesn't even occur to him. And this might seem foreign to you guys. I'm telling you, I used to would have thought it was foreign. And like, I have developed this mentality. Like, I go on a date with a girl. She says something. It's a shit test. It genuinely does not register to me that it's a shit test. And then I just give whatever answer I give to the shit test and keep it moving. Then like an hour later, I'm like, oh, I think that was like a shit test or something. Like, it's not like, because I'm like, how on earth could you possibly not want to be with me? Like, it just doesn't cross my mind. I'm like, that would be insane to me. Like, and you can just develop this mentality where you just have that level of entitlement. And it's not even ego. It's just simply like you are like you just ingrain in yourself your like a level of self-worth. That's all it is. It's self-worth. Like, I don't know why somebody wouldn't want to be my friend either. It's the same. It's like, why wouldn't a chick like me? Why wouldn't somebody want to be my friend? I'm a cool guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm chill. Like, I'm not on some needy ass shit. So like, I just think, the ultimate way to pass a shit test is to have unquestioned sense of your own self-worth, right? And that's what the douche has. The douche, and here he goes again. He's in his own world, and the women love this. Like, they just know, they're like, he's not trying to be phony to me at all. He doesn't care what I say. And like, they feel so confident with this. They feel so comfortable with this. This is what they want. He's not trying to be witty. The girl says, you're wearing that shirt. And most guys get insecure. Like, imagine like you're going on a date and a girl's like, oh, you're wearing that shirt? Like, how many guys would be like, oh, I mean, I can go change if you don't think it's a good shirt. I mean, I liked it, but and he starts bumbling over himself like a retard. That's what most guys do. And then the red pill guy comes up with some Riz response, right? He'd just be like, I'm on some slick shit and thinks he just got one over on her. She's definitely gonna sleep with me because of this one liner I just hit her with when she gave me that shit test. And she's just still kind of like, I mean, she might fall for it for a bit, but you're just gonna get sussed out eventually as a fraud. The douche just says yeah, and it doesn't even register to him that the girl was testing him. So the douche walks out in a shirt. The girl says, you're wearing that shirt? And he goes, yeah. That's literally it. And it's just like, he's just not even thinking about it. Like, the idea that she's testing his value doesn't even occur to him. He's just like, yeah. And he just keeps it moving. He's like, yeah, come on, let's go. And she's just like, oh, thank God. Thank God this guy is grounded in himself. Thank God this guy is secure with who he is. Seriously, like, it's such a breath of fresh air for these girls, I'm telling you. He's so certain in his own worth that you can't shake him out of it. Not caring goes much deeper than this, however. The douche doesn't care if a girl texts him back. The douche doesn't care if he sleeps with the girl. He doesn't care if she or anyone else approves of his opinion. In fact, the idea that he should consider someone else's opinion of what he has to say doesn't even cross his mind. This is something, like, if you were to go and like, I don't claim to be the world's greatest pickup artist, but I definitely do better than average with women, and I have good results with women. And so I will just say this. When I go on a date or when I'm talking to a woman in any way, if you were to describe my Riz, which I don't describe it as Riz, I just think that's such a gay word. Like, but if you were to describe it, the only thing I'm doing is just stating opinions with absolute certainty. To me, that is like ultimate, like, Riz, I guess you could say, because all I'm doing is I state an opinion, and she can just read in my tone that I give no fucks what she thought of what I just said. I'm not holding anything back. That is it. And she's just like, ooh, finally somebody who's not hesitant. And people just like, this is like manna from heaven. I'm telling you, this is what they want. They want you just not even cross your mind what they would think of what you have to say. That's what they want, because they want to be molded by you. They want to come into your world, but the only way they're going to be comfortable doing that is if they can tell that you are 100% certain in your world. Okay. The douche doesn't care if the girl texts him back. He doesn't care if he sleeps with the girl. He doesn't care if she or anyone approves of his opinion. In fact, the idea that he should consider someone else's opinion of what he has to say doesn't even cross his mind. There's no apology in the douche. He's unapologetically honest. Not caring should not be confused with apathy, however. The douche may want to sleep with a girl. He may want to take her on a date, but he's not emotionally caught up in it. That's the key. Like, the things that you're going to be the most successful at in life are the things that you want, but you're not like wallowing in it. You're not like scarcity minded about it. You're not tweaking out about it. Oh, I need this money. I need this girl. I need this thing to work out. Like, when you have that energy, it just never goes well. You're in the space where it's like, yeah, I would really like that to work out, but you are detached. That is the douche approach to things. He's not emotionally caught up in it. When emotions get involved, we compromise our values and do things that we shouldn't do. The douche can want a girl, but prioritize his self respect enough to not care if things work out or not. This is extremely attractive to women. Number 5, the douche likes women. An important distinction between a douche and other men is that a douche actually likes women a lot. He doesn't like them in the weird way that modern gay liberal types do, where they pretend that men and women are equal. This is that like male feminist bullshit. Guys just pretending like women and men are equal. These guys don't actually like women. Like, truthfully, they try to make women be something different. You can go be a girl boss. She doesn't want to be a girl boss. None of them want to be girl bosses. They don't want to be. It's just serious. I was talking to a girl the other day, and it's like, what do you want? She's working right now. She has a job she likes. I'm like, what do you want? She's like, honestly, I want to be a housewife. I love you for that. Seriously. I respect that, because I'm just like, this is a woman being a woman. And and like the douche loves that about them. Whereas the liberal dudes could be like, oh, you could be a boss, babe, and all this crap. Like, that's stupid. They don't want that. Let them be them. A douche knows men and women are different. He likes being a man, and he likes letting women be women. He sees female nature as silly and accepts it for what it is, right? It's not logical. You'll notice this when you're talking to a girl. She's like listening, but not listening the way a guy listens, right? Like, when guys communicate with each other, it's so like data driven, right? It's facts, it's discussions of ideas and philosophies and things. Like, when a woman's, it's just like, it's all vibes, right? She might be like, she's just gauging your vibe all the time, and just like I'm serious, guys, just like them for this. Why? What is the problem with this? Like, I don't understand complaining about this. Seriously, like, it's just it's like, we are hardwired to like women. So what is with the beef towards women? You know what I mean? Like, it's just silly. Like, what? Like, this doesn't. Just think about that, guys. For the last billion years, humans, or just not even humans, but like animals in general, species have been reproducing, male and female. The most basic fundamental element of life on this planet is that men like women, women like men, i.e., men like female nature, women like male nature. And so, like, the idea that like there's a problem with female nature, just it on its face doesn't make sense. Really? So the thing that has survived and reproduced for the last billion years is wrong, and you're right. And there's a problem with it. It's like, let them be them. What is the problem here? The issue is that it's not what you want it to be. If you would just drop that and let it be what it is, you'd actually enjoy it. And you just figure out how to play the game, right? It's like getting mad at a video game because you suck at it at the beginning. It's like you figure out how to play the game, and then you're good at the game, and then you like the game. That's it. You just suck at this. That's why you're upset about it. He sees female nature as silly and accepts it for what it is. He's not mad that women are dramatic and emotional. He's not mad at hypergamy or mad at the games they play. You won't see a douche going on a rant about how modern women suck. This is important too, because like every post I make, some guy, and I think I mentioned this earlier, but like every female type video I make, there's a guy who just has to comment some rant about the failures of women and how they suck. It's like, you're not a douche. You're not an alpha. You are a bitter beta loser. That's what you sound like right now. I have never met a guy who genuinely does well with women, like has good relationships with women, like they like him, he's having a good time with his life, who doesn't like women. I've never seen it. Never. Okay. When I was a bitter red pillar for a little bit, because I've dabbled in that in my early 20s, I sucked with women at the time. That's just like, it doesn't make any sense. Something you hate instinctually is not going to go well for you. Okay. So like, it's just dumb, man. The douche can be discerning. He doesn't want low character people around him, whether they are men or women, but he doesn't demand that women get back in the kitchen either. Right. Like, again, he's not on the tradcon bullshit. He's not like, women should be this certain way, and like the system's fucked because women aren't in the kitchen. Like, if a woman wants to be in the kitchen, that's fine. If she doesn't, who cares? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is with the rules? What is with the enforcement? What is with constantly? This is the douche's approach to everything. He's like, why can't we just leave people the fuck alone? Let them be what they are. And if you don't like them, just get them out of your life, right? Like, I don't like feminists. So I don't keep them around me. You know what I'm saying? But I don't get on a fucking soapbox on Twitter about it. You know what I'm saying? I don't be like, man, that bitch should get back in the kitchen. I'm like, okay, she's doing her thing. I don't like that type of chick. That's fine, right? Like, what is with the fucking soapboxes all the time, guys? Get off the soapbox. Just deal with people you like and get the other ones out of your life. That's it. Like, I just don't understand the complaining, right? It's so dumb, man. It's just so childish. He doesn't judge women for being women. A douche may want a girlfriend and he'll be discerning about which qualities he wants in a partner, but that's different than standing in judgment of all of womankind. It's sort of like shoes. I personally prefer Nike, but I don't get emotionally involved in hating people who wear Adidas. This is the douche approach to women, preferences without emotion. Learn to internalize this approach to women and your results will dramatically improve. Okay, guys, I want to just close this out with one last remark on this last point here, which is, how I deal with, and I discussed this in the relationship video that I made a couple of videos ago. I discussed how I try to approach dealing with, dating girls or things like that. And my approach has just gotten to this place where I've built a life that I like a lot, and I've made myself into somebody that I feel good about and I'm proud of, and just somebody that I would be like, my younger self would be proud of who I am. Like, I've worked to make myself into that guy. And so because of that, I don't need anybody in my life. I like women a lot. I actually would say on average, I like women better than men, truthfully. I like high level guys who become my friends, but the average guy is fucking weird. Honestly, I like women better than the average guy, if I'm being totally honest. But like, it's like this thing where I'll talk to a girl and I don't need her to do anything for me. I don't. Like, I really don't. It's like I could go on a date, have a good time. We sleep together. Great. We don't. No big deal. I have no animosity. I'm not sitting around reflecting on like what I did wrong or if she's like shit testing me or something like that. Like, I'm like, okay, it is what it is, right? I'm just so not involved in it at this point. And, I'll tell a girl, be like, hey, here's what I'm looking for out of this situation, right? And if it doesn't work for her, I'm not mad at her for this. And I try to be very honest. And that's what I mean when I say like, the douche, like he's not standing in judgment of all of womankind. He just knows what he wants. He can be discerning, right? Like, I would not want to get into a long-term relationship with a woman with a 100 body count. I wouldn't want to do that. But I also could see the girl with the 100 body count and not need to get on a fucking diatribe about it. I just be like, okay, cool. Like, that's just not what I'm interested in. It's like a level of acceptance. This is like a high consciousness kind of state to be in. Like, you don't need to be at war with the world all the time. You can just let the world be what it is and just pick the parts you like of it, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like be like water, like Bruce Lee. Like, I advise you to be like water when you're dealing with women. Just adapt, flow with like what's going on, right? Like, if you go on a date with a girl and you find out that she's got some characteristic that you find totally unacceptable in a long-term partner, just decide what you want to do with it from there. You don't need to crash out on it. You don't need to like start an argument over it. You don't need to like lament the state of modern women. Just be like, okay, like cool, like maybe I'll still go sleep with her. Maybe she's just some fun on the side. Maybe she's a plate that I'll spin, but maybe she's not gonna be my wife, and that's fine. And you can just be honest about this stuff and tell the girl, be like, hey, listen, like I'm not looking for a relationship right now, or if I am, it's something that's definitely down the line and it's not something I'm looking to rush into. Like, just be honest about this stuff. And if she's not a good fit for this and what you're looking for, that's fine. And so like, this is what the douche approach is. Like, he's not trying to control this process so much. He just like, he's in this space where he's made himself an attractive guy. He's good with who he is. Women are naturally going to be gravitating towards that. And so he just stands on his own principle of like who he is. If you're not a good fit for his life, it's not a big deal. But if you are, then cool. And you can come in on my terms. And just like, it's all about, the douche is all about everybody getting a win, truthfully. Like, the douche wants to get what he wants, but he also wants to make sure the girl's happy with the situation too. And that's why he's honest. He doesn't lie. Like, if I'm talking to a girl, if she wants to get married and have kids right now, I'm not your guy. So me sitting here gaslighting you like I'm considering that when I'm not would be dishonest, and she's just going to be disappointed and have lost years of her life trying to make this work with me when I was lying. That's fucked up. And so like, it's just like, hey, not a big deal. It just wasn't a good fit at this time, right? Or if I'm dealing with some chick, she wants to date me, but her personality is completely at odds to mine, then it's just not going to happen. And I'm not mad at that. I'm just, this is so important, guys. Like, just stop being upset with women and just like take the parts that are good. It's like, most guys aren't going to be good friends for you either. You know what I mean? Like, I have like 4 friends. Most guys, I'm like I said, I like the average woman better than the average guy. When I meet most guys, I'm like, I'm good on you, bro. Like, go jack off, go be fat, go smoke your weed, do your fucking bullshit. Like, I'm good on you, right? I don't need to crash out on mankind over this and act like the whole world's fucked. Like, I just deal with the people you like, okay? That's my point to that, guys. I'll leave you with this, guys. Internalize the douche mentality and your life will get much better. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'll talk to you later.